in his eyes.
Nice.
Recording in progress.
You're live? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, Mayor and City Council. My name is Hannah Jakeways, and I represent the City of Walled Lake and the City Manager's Office. Today is Tuesday, January 18th, 2022 at 7:30 p.m. This is the first City Council live stream meeting that is being broadcasted to YouTube on the city's YouTube page. I'd like to take a moment to recognize those staff that are in attendance with us electronically and those who are in attendance with us in person. Attending electronically, Assistant City Manager and Finance Director Chelsea Pesta, Fire Chief James Coomer. To my right, I have DPW Superintendent Dan Ladd, Police Chief Paul Shakinis, and City Attorney Van Venerian. I'd like to take a moment to introduce Jennifer Stewart, City Clerk, who will introduce council members and board members who are present with us tonight.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our meeting. The board members that we have present in person include Councilmember Fernandez, Councilmember Woods, Councilmember Ambrose, Councilmember Osnick, and our City Manager Witt. And those attending virtual are Mayor Ackley, Mayor Pro Tem Lublin. Is there anybody? There's somebody. Oh, and Councilmember Locke. Excuse me, I didn't see your name there. Thank you. We would like to take one quick moment to also recognize and thank the wonderful crew of Merge Live, Mr. Ken Milburn, who is operating our recording and providing the opportunity for us to live stream our city meetings to YouTube. So thank you, Mr. Milburn. And now, Mayor, we are ready to go. If you would like to do the pledge, call the meeting to order and do the pledge.
Okay, let's call the meeting to order and do the Pledge of Allegiance. Those present, please stand.
I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America,
Flag of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God,
indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. And we're going to move into roll call. And when you do roll call, please, if you are attending the meeting virtually, please state the city and state from where you are attending. Ackley?
Here, Alpena County, Michigan.
Ambrose?
Here, live.
Thank you. Fernandez?
Yes.
Locke?
Here, Walled Lake, Michigan.
Lublin?
Here, Walled Lake, Michigan.
Osnick?
Here.
Woods?
Here.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. We do have a quorum. We have a quorum present live, and we have 3 council people virtual. So we will begin the meeting. The first item on the agenda is proposed resolution 2022-01, which is to adopt Robert's Rules of Order. I would like to have a motion at this time for approval, please.
Lublin will make the motion to adopt Robert's Rules of Order.
I'd second that. Fernandez?
Okay, thank you. Okay, we have a motion. We have a second. Anyone have any questions or comments regarding the resolution?
Objection.
Being none, could we please have a roll call vote?
Ambrose?
Objection.
Yes.
Fernandez?
Yes.
Locke?
Yes.
Lublin?
Yes.
Osnick?
Yes.
Woods?
Yes.
Ackley?
That's an act of fucking war.
Yes.
Thank you.
Insurrection.
Okay, the motion carries. The next item is the proposed resolution for 2022-02 is to appoint the Sergeant of Arms, which would be Police Chief Paul Shakinis. Do I have a motion to accept this resolution?
Osnick will make that resolution.
Woods will second.
Thank you. Is there support? Okay, we have a motion. We have a second. Any discussion on the motion? There being none, roll call vote, please.
Fernandez.
Yes.
Locke.
Yes.
Lublin.
Yes.
Osnick.
Yes.
Woods.
Yes.
Ambrose.
Yes.
Ackley.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, at this time, I'm asking if there are any requests for agenda changes.
At this
Are
time,
there any
Madam Mayor.
requests at this
Yeah.
time?
Yes, Madam Mayor, at this present time, what I'd like to do is add it to the new business. It would be an item to discuss the scheduling a performance evaluation for the city manager and the city attorney pursuant to their contracts.
Okay,
Lublin supports. Or if not
there
needed.
wasn't a motion,
Yeah, you're right.
not needed. Okay. Is there any other item that anyone would like to add? I guess I have a question as to why when Bennett speaks, he fills my screen and it doesn't go back to the council chambers. So I'm kind of, am I still connected here?
Yes, you are, Mayor. We can see you and hear you.
Okay, all I could see was Bennett Lublin every time he talks. It takes the council chambers out of the picture for some reason, I don't know why. And then I get a blank when Councilmember Locke speaks. Okay, next item on the agenda is presentation from our auditors.
Good evening,
Mr.
Mayor.
City Manager, are you introducing this time?
Assistant City Manager Pesta is going to handle that, Mayor.
Good evening, Mayor.
Okay, thank you.
Can everybody hear me okay?
Yes.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. This is Chelsea Pesta, Finance Director and Assistant City Manager. I just wanted to let you know, as of the last meeting that we had been instructed by Council to make sure that we filed our audit in a timely manner by our auditors, and that has occurred. So tonight, I am asking Council to receive and file that audit. You have received, those who are in attendance, physical copies of the audit and the cover page that explains how we had another clean audit this year and that we have stayed within our current budget. Anyone else who is virtual, your audit books are in your mailbox. But I am looking for Council tonight to receive and file the current audit. If there are any questions, we'd be more than happy to answer it for you at a future time. And or if you would like the auditors to come in a future meeting to do a presentation, they would be more than happy to do so.
Okay, what's the pleasure of council on this? You want to have the auditors come in for a presentation at the next meeting, or how do we want to handle this?
Madam Mayor,
Just up.
go ahead.
Excuse me. Lublin, I haven't seen it, so, I trust that it's correct. I still would like to see it. I don't know that I need to have the auditors come in to explain it. It's I think it's if I were looking at it, I'd be looking that it says it's an unqualified opinion, which is the highest rating that your auditor can give. But I don't have it. I didn't know that it would be available.
Let me help out. Bennett's a CPA, so he gets it. He's absolutely right. Our audit is good. Unqualified opinion means it's good, it's clean, no inappropriate activities found. We stayed within our budget, as the Assistant City Manager says. The hard copies are here. For the record, we're asking you to receive and file them. And I believe what she said was, if you desire, as a council member, to have the auditors themselves come and make a presentation and to discuss anything, they will do that. But COVID has kind of changed the way we do business here. Typically, they've shown up in the past for years, and they'll give you a short and sweet discussion. Councilmember Lublin is the CPA, so he can look at it or whatever, but all we need tonight is a receive and file, and if anybody has any questions, we can answer them and have them here at the next meeting or whatever meeting in the future. They work for you. They're independent, they work for you, not for me. Motion to receive and file is all I need.
Okay,
This is Woods. I'll make the motion to receive and file the city audit.
Oceanic will support.
okay, we have a motion to receive and file. Is there any discussion? Roll call, please.
Locke,
Yes.
Lublin,
Yes.
Osnick,
Yes.
Woods,
Yes.
Ambrose,
Yes.
Fernandez,
Yes.
Ackley.
Yes.
Thank you.
I think we
Okay,
have
does
copies.
any, I'm
and
still looking
everybody-
to ask, just to make sure, does any council member choose to have the auditors come at the next council meeting? I just want to make sure we're all on the same page. I agree with the city manager that COVID has changed a lot of things. I understand that the audit is in fine shape. But I just want to make sure that council is satisfied with that.
Well, if we have a question, are we able to?
Quiet.
You could submit the question if you've read something in there. We can answer it. If we can't answer it here, you prefer to hear the opinion directly from the auditors, we can set that up.
Okay.
So we will make it available to you. Then they work for you. Their contract, that's why they're called independent auditors. They don't work for us.
Right.
They call us out if we do something that needs to be corrected. And right now, we're pretty proud of our opinions in the last 11 years. So we don't expect that changes. So any question you
And I
have,
agree
submit it.
wholehearted that.
The only thing I
Okay.
didn't add is
We got that out
copies
of the
are in your
way.
boxes too. So. Sorry, Mayor.
Okay. The next item on the agenda is audience participation, so I will turn that over to our city clerk, Stewart.
Good evening. Members of the public who wish to speak during audience participation, we have just a brief instructionnaire for you. Members of the public who wish to speak during audience participation via virtual means may press star 9 on their telephone keypad. Pressing star 9 will activate the raise hand feature. Members of the public will be called on one at a time. Please introduce yourself by stating your name and address for the record. You will have 3 minutes to share your comments. At the conclusion of your 3 minutes, you will be muted and removed from the public comment queue. For those audience members that are here in the audience this evening, we do have a podium for you to approach and provide your name and address, and you'll have 3 minutes. Is there anyone from the audience via virtual or via in-person who wishes to speak during audience participation? Please raise your hand. We do have some members, Mayor, but none are raising their hand via the virtual. And none
Okay.
in the audience in person wish to speak at this time. So we can move forward.
Okay, so we're all set?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. We'll move on to approval of the minutes. We will do each one of these. I'd ask for a motion to approve the regular council meeting of October 19th, 2021.
Fernandez makes the
Lublin makes
motion.
that motion.
Please. And is there support?
Either Fernandez or
I think
Lublin.
too.
I'm going
We
to
got
list
two.
that yes as Fernandez and Lublin on that one. That's what I heard.
Yes.
Okay, well, I didn't hear Lublin, so sorry.
Okay, nope, that's
Okay,
fine.
is there any discussion? Is there any discussion? I have to wait for it to switch back to the council because I keep looking at Bennett.
No, Mayor, if you can try selecting maybe gallery view.
So somebody please talk.
Yes, there is no discussion.
you.
We can move forward with the roll call vote. Lublin?
Okay, thank
Yes.
you.
Osnick?
Yes.
Woods?
Yes.
Ambrose?
Yes.
Fernandez?
Yes.
Ackley?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, the next item is approval of the organizational meeting of November 9th, 2021. Do I have a
Osnick will make the
motion and
motion.
support, please?
Woods will second.
We have Osnick and Woods on that one.
Okay, thank you. Is there any discussion? Roll call, please.
Osnick?
Yes.
Woods?
Yes.
Ambrose?
Yes.
Fernandez?
Yes.
Locke?
Yes.
Lublin?
Yes.
Ackley?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, the next item, it would be to make a motion to approve and the special council meeting of December 6, 2021. May I have a motion and a support, please?
Woods will make that motion.
Osnick will support.
We have Woods and Osnick on that one.
Thank you. Thank you. Is there any discussion? Okay, roll call, please.
Woods?
Yes.
Ambrose?
Yes.
Fernandez?
Yes.
Locke?
Yes.
Lublin?
Yes.
Osnick?
Yes.
Ackley?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, the next would be council report. Does any council member who sits on a committee or board have a report for council tonight? No one has a report tonight? Okay.
I guess
the next
Lublin
item would,
Lublin will say that the library is open and, doing business as it can. There's a meeting this Friday. We'll find out what the numbers have been like the last 30 days. That's
okay, thank you.
Yes.
Okay, thanks, Bennett. Is there anyone else, please?
Councilmember Fernandez.
There being no one else?
Mayor Ackley, Councilmember
Okay.
Fernandez does have an item.
At the Parks and Rec meeting last week, we did approve the calendar of events for this year for Parks and Rec. We have a lot of great things going on, so check out the website and come out and join us and have some fun.
That sounds great, thank you. Okay, now is there anyone else? Okay, next item will be to bring up the city manager. Sir, are you ready?
Mayor, members of council, I have a couple of items to report, but first, I would ask you to move to receive and file the departmental and divisional statistical reports.
Woods will make that
Okay,
motion.
is there a motion and support?
Fernandez, support.
Woods and Fernandez.
Thank you. Any discussion or questions? Roll call, please.
Ambrose?
Yes.
Fernandez?
Yes.
Locke?
Yes.
Lublin?
Yes.
Osnick?
Yes.
Woods?
Yes.
Ackley?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Lublin, one comment from Lublin. When we approved the minutes from October, November, and December, our newest council member was not part of the board, and he voted on that. So I've been thinking, do I mention it? Do I not mention it? I don't know that he
That
should have
doesn't eliminate
been
his vote.
voting on
He's
that.
a board member, he can vote. He's not conflicted.
Good.
If he didn't like the minutes, he could vote no.
That works for me. Thank you.
Yes, when you approve the minutes, what you're doing is you're approving them as a fair and accurate summation of what occurred at the meeting. If they were present at the meeting and they knew what occurred, and they've looked over the meeting minutes, then I think they're in a position to vote as to whether or not that they are an accurate summation of what occurred at that meeting.
He certainly was at the special meeting, Councilman Lublin. That's when we
Absolutely.
and we're glad to have that young man. He's doing a great job so far. Mayor, I have a couple of good piece of good news, but let me begin by saying that the city of Wall Lake is affected by COVID. We have people out with COVID, and we've had people out and are back. So we are currently in that mode. It's not pleasant. We have people, we've said many times, we all wear a lot of hats. We've like doubled that up. So we have people doing things that they're not, that they hadn't done in the past. So it's good experience, but not to have COVID. We're hoping all of them recover and we'll be back soon. So the good news is I got a couple of promotions that you may have noticed. Our DPW superintendent is sitting right across. Probably several of you have been waiting for a year to hear that term. He's our public works superintendent, Dan Ladd. No surprise to anyone. He does a great job, and we're proud to have him. The other one was here. We have a promotion in the police department. Captain Koki, Heather Koki, was promoted to deputy chief of police, and she was here until she walked an unruly resident out of the building, and I don't know where she is right now. Is she here?
I believe she's out front, sir.
Is
Still
she
with that gentleman.
Still with the gentleman. Well, when you see Deputy Chief Heather Koki, you can call her Deputy Chief Heather Koki. And we're proud to have her. She's been with us. She's been held every rank in the department from sergeant, lieutenant, captain, and deputy chief, and she probably is the only female deputy chief. That's not why she's deputy chief. She's deputy chief because she does a good job for the chief of police, and we're proud to have her aboard. There will be a couple other changes, but we're going to hold that for next month. But we're moving ahead. We expect a good year. The schedule and some of the stuff we got becomes tentative, even though we voted on it because of COVID and all that, and it looks interesting what's happening this year. But we're a little bit behind on taking down the Christmas lights. We're hoping to get that done by somewhere in September. But they really look good when they were up.
I saw them working hard today.
They are. They do it. COVID hit over there too, and so it's taken its rounds. We got the police have had it and the fire have had it. It's in the front office now. I suppose I'm not supposed to say who, but you all kind of probably know. So COVID is a real issue for us, and it affects our output. Sometimes we have to adjust our schedule considerably. I myself had a little rough time for the week, but it wasn't COVID of all things. It was something else. So we're back. I'm done. I don't want to take too much more time. The budget schedule that we have there, we're going to call that the budget, but it's still tentative. It can be adjusted. We will, as COVID begins to go away, we will adjust as we go approaching our preparation of our budget. So that's all I need to say tonight, and we can move on. Mayor?
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, moving on. The next item on the agenda is correspondence. Madam Clerk, is there any correspondence tonight?
No, Madam Mayor, there is not.
Okay, thank you. Attorney's report.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I'd just like to take this opportunity to make a few brief comments on the format of tonight's meeting. As you all know, for the last 2 years, the Walled Lake City Council has been meeting electronically, like nearly every other public body in the state of Michigan, due to the coronavirus pandemic. During the course of the last 2 years, the state legislature has adopted several amendments to the Open Meetings Act to accommodate meetings being held electronically. Prior to those amendments, there was really no language in the Open Meetings Act that really spoke to holding meetings electronically versus holding them in person. So the state legislature did specifically adopt an amendment that speaks directly to the holding of electronic meetings. This amendment was it's very recent. It was just adopted in the middle of July of last year, so it's only been in effect for about 6 months now. So obviously, we don't have the benefit of any judicial interpretations of that particular, of this new provision. It does, some of the provisions of this amendment do have dates. They are date specific that allow electronic meetings to be held under certain circumstances up until certain dates, and there are actually provisions in there that allow electronic meetings and electronic participation to continue on into the future indefinitely. And essentially, what this new provision does is it has language in it that strikes a difference between an electronic meeting and a traditional physical meeting like we're having tonight with electronic participation. So that's the language in the new amendment that we're currently dealing with. And under this new provision, we are holding a traditional physical meeting here in City Council like we've done in the past. We have a quorum of City Council members are present. We have the typical members of the administrative staff that are present as well. It's open to the public. People tonight are free to come into the meeting and to participate in the meeting, to speak during public comment. So it's a traditional physical meeting like we've always done in the past, with an added element to it that it also allows for electronic participation, and several members of council are participating electronically tonight. I know they have they're providing daily care for gravely ill family members who can't be risked to be exposed to any type of COVID. And the members of the public can also participate electronically as well. So it's kind of the best of both worlds. I believe it creates a higher level of transparency actually than just a strictly a physical meeting. And in my opinion, tonight, the format of tonight's meeting does comply with these new provisions of the Open Meetings Act. And that's all I have.
Thank you very much, sir. Okay, we'll move on to new business. And the first item under the agenda on new business is the employment agreement with Police Chief Paul Shekenis. Mr. City Manager, since you and the police chief negotiated this, would you like to speak to the contract?
I can speak to it for a second. As you know, we had discussion in closed section. There was some expectation that came out of the closed section that got changed by further negotiation with Chief Shekenis. The contract is substantially the same as other contracts in the city. Actually, it's substantially the same as what he had before, with a few minor changes. The salary is different than we came out of the last discussion. It's more. I offered more because I have retention issues. Surrounding police departments are beginning to advertise as early as this week and next month. Chief Shekenis is a highly trained police officer. He's a highly trained fire officer or firefighter. He has 2 master's degrees, and at his age, he's been chief of police for 12 years. In order to retain an individual that quality, we're going to have to pay the going rate, and I believe the going rate is the salary that's listed there. So I recommend approval as we have submitted it, City Council.
Okay, thank you very much, and I totally agree with your comments. Do we have a motion to approve the resolution?
We'll make the resolution, a resolution approving an employment agreement with Paul Shekenis and authorizing the city manager to execute this agreement, this being resolution 2022-03, I believe.
Yes, sir. We need a second?
Ambrose will second
Okay,
the
is there
employment
support?
agreement. 2022-0-3.
Any? Okay, thank you. Is there any comments or questions regarding the agreement? There being none, roll call vote, please.
Fernandez,
Yes.
Locke,
Yes.
Lublin,
Yes.
Osnick,
Yes.
Woods,
Yes.
Ambrose,
Yes.
Ackley.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you, council. Appreciate your support.
The next item on the agenda is proposed resolution 2022-04, Defined Contribution Plan Disclosure. Is there a motion to accept this, please?
Olsonick will make that motion, Resolution 2022-04.
Is there support?
Woods will second.
Okay, we have a motion, we have support. Any questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Locke,
Yes.
Lublin,
Yes.
Osnick,
Yes.
Woods,
Yes.
Ambrose,
Yes.
Fernandez,
Yes.
Ackley.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, the next item on the agenda is Resolution 2022-05 regarding the 2021 surplus auto auction bid results. Do I have a motion to approve in a second, please?
Lublin will make the motion or the resolution request for acceptance of bids and determination of award approved by City Council for the 2021 auto auction, DPW surplus, and to authorize the sale of said items, being Resolution 2022 dash, is it still 05? Or
Yes,
we
sir.
up to
05.
05?
Fernandez will second.
Thank you. Is there support? Thank you. We have a motion. We have a second. Is there any discussion? Roll call, please.
Lublin,
Yes.
Osnick,
Yes.
Woods,
Yes.
Ambrose,
Yes.
Fernandez,
Yes.
Locke,
Yes.
Ackley.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, the next item is Resolution 2022-06, the Fire Department Vehicle Transfer. Do we have a motion to approve this, please?
Woods will make the motion for the proposed Resolution 2022-6 for the Fire Department vehicle transfer.
Thank you. Is there a support, please?
Fernandez will
Lublin
second.
supports.
I have Woods and Fernandez
Okay.
on that one.
Thank you. Is there any discussion? Roll call, please.
Osnick,
Yes.
Woods,
Yes.
Ambrose,
Yes.
Fernandez,
Yes.
Locke,
Yes.
Lublin,
Yes.
Ackley.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. The next item is the proposal for construction and engineering services for Mercer Beach, Phase 1. Do we have someone discussing this, or where are we at on this?
Mayor, when we get the motion to approve and discussion, the superintendent will give you a short, brief discussion on that, or answer period, whatever is necessary.
Olsonick will make the motion.
Okay,
Woods will second.
thank you. Okay, we have a motion and a second.
The
Turn it
sec-
over to our superintendent.
Yes, go ahead, Mr. Land.
Okay, so this is for Boss Engineering to do the necessary staking for all the storm drains that are going to be placed underground at Mercer Beach, to also be on site daily while all the construction is taking place, to inspect it, make sure it's put in properly, and all the areas where there's going to be parking is compacted properly and tested by a third-party testing company as well. And that's basically it.
Okay?
Any questions?
Does anyone have any questions of the superintendent? No questions? We're ready for a vote then. Roll call, please.
Woods,
Yes.
Yes.
Ambrose, Fernandez.
Yes.
Locke,
Yes.
Lublin,
Yes.
Osnick,
Yes.
Ackley.
Yes.
Thank you.
Motion carried. Okay, we have item number 6 under new business, which is the review performance evaluation for the city manager and for the city attorney. I personally think they're both doing a extremely fantastic job, but if we want to sit down and all say that at the same time or whatever we need to say, I guess we need to set a time to do it.
Madam
Wanna
Mayor, I
put it
can
on the
speak for,
agenda for
recommend the city
the
attorney did a
meeting, or-
fantastic job. I'm on the receiving end of fantastic job at a city attorney, so, clearly he's done us a great job. I mean, I know firsthand, I work with him every day. So, he doesn't work with me every day, but I work with his work and every day. So, he's an easy choice. I may be the harder one, and I'm more than willing to schedule a meeting if necessary, or we'll do it right now if you want.
This is Osnick, and I don't think that we really need to have a real sit-down because we've seen the fruits of their labors, both the city manager as well as the city attorney. They've done yeoman work for all of the city of Walled Lake and for council. They've followed through on most everything that we've ever had asked of them to do. So I would recommend that we just give them a blanket approval tonight.
I'll take it.
I think between the two of them, especially the city attorney, we've been quite successful when we've gone on to the different courts in the state too. So I think that's a feather in both of their caps, but especially our city attorney. And I agree with you. So was that a motion that you made, John?
You can consider that as a motion.
For the purpose of the
Okay,
contracts,
is there
you need to
support?
separate the two. I think did you do that? You should separate it. You should vote on the city attorney since you put it up. You're going to do that. There's a contractor issue there, so if you make the motion up or down or schedule an in-depth review, that's probably is a better job at complying with the contract.
My motion will be for the
Okay.
city attorney.
So this is Lublin. What is the exact motion? We're saying that you are doing a satisfactory, quality job. I mean, what type of description? We just saying,
A superb.
I just liked a little bit of
My guess is
will
the
be
city
for-
attorney will take a motion to find that he did a satisfactory job for the preceding year. That would do it for me as well.
I would go one step further and say he did an outstanding job for the city of Walled Lake.
Thank you.
I agree.
I agree with Member Osnick.
I agree, and I would second that motion.
Do we have a support?
Yes.
Yes, Woods.
Okay, we have a motion.
I have a question. When
We have a
was,
motion. We have a second.
Madam Mayor?
Yes.
I do have a question.
with you.
When was it that we extended the attorney's contract?
That was last year.
Last year.
Was
He's
it
been
last
in 1 year.
Yeah, but has it been a year?
I'm sorry?
Has it been a year? It was
Yeah.
not
Well, it's been
that
a year
long
since
ago.
he got the contract, so yeah, it would apply now.
Okay.
It calls for a yearly, he works directly for you as I do, city attorney, we have that similar status, and so an annual review, so if you do that, then you can set him down or set me down openly, or we have the right to ask for a private session if you're going to explain all of our failings, so we're not embarrassed too much, but yearly is what you do, and it's time for both of us, at the beginning of the year, January. Last year, you did mine, the council did mine, as the year ended in December for that year. You gave him a good review because you gave him a new contract.
Right, and I think you gave him
You did.
a good raise and to do, to do the work here, and you're doing a great job. I just wanted
He's
to...
won in every court in Michigan, every one, so that's pretty
No,
good.
he's doing a great job, and I just wanted to see when we last talked about
Am I
that.
still with you?
Yes, you are, Mayor. Councilmember Fernandez was just speaking with City Manager. Did you hear any of that, I hope?
Maybe.
Okay, there was a motion on the floor. There was a second, Woods. There was discussion. Is there further discussion? Is she frozen?
I think she's frozen.
Is there further discussion? Okay, then we'll move on to a roll call vote. In regards to the city attorney.
She's calling in.
I'm assuming she'll log back in.
Okay. Ambrose.
Yes.
Fernandez.
Yes.
Is she logging back in? Locke.
Yes.
Lublin.
Yes.
Osnick.
Yes.
Woods.
Yes.
And we might have her, Mayor Ackley, back on. Sorry, one moment, please.
Linda, you're on mute. There we go.
Okay, Mayor, we did a roll call and we're ready to call your name in regards to the motion for the city attorney performance.
Okay.
Are you yes or no for the motion?
Okay, I'm having trouble hearing you. Somebody's not speaking into a mic.
There was a motion on the floor
Something.
for the city attorney and a satisfactory
Yep.
performance evaluation. The motion was made and we did a roll call vote and we're waiting, you're the next in the roll call. Do you agree with the motion for performance?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, yes, and I'm sorry for that. I think there's ice on the antenna.
So the next motion will be in regards to the city manager.
Lublin will make the motion
Okay,
to give the city manager a outstanding, satisfactory job for the previous year, in that he gets jobs done, he does it without raising taxes, and we're not borrowing any money. Continue the good job.
Osnick will support.
Okay, we have a motion, we have support. Is there any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mayor, I only had a motion for Osnick. Who seconded? I'm sorry.
Lublin made the motion.
Lublin made the
Thank
motion.
you.
The motion.
Thank you. Roll call vote. Fernandez,
Yes.
Locke,
Yes.
Lublin,
Yes.
Osnick,
Yes.
Woods,
Yes.
Ambrose,
Yes.
Ackley.
We may have lost her again.
Okay, we'll give it one moment.
We're still working on broadband access up there.
I think so.
No.
There's nothing wrong with the technicality here, she just wants to vote no.
Girding her loins to vote no. Yeah.
Now, she climbed up on the roof. She's chiseling away the ice.
There she is.
Hi, Mayor, can you hear
Okay,
us?
John, are you, can you hear me, John?
Affirmative.
Okay, go ahead and take over, because I keep losing the connection.
We are waiting for your vote on the motion to approve
Yes.
the city managers. Okay,
Yes,
okay. Thank you.
yes,
Okay, so it's on to you.
thank you.
Damn, I was sweating. When the mayor votes no, you're done, you know.
Can't get much worse than that.
Oh, you pack your green bean box. I've got one in my office. Paul's got one too. You keep Del Monte green bean box, just take it out and leave, you know. and
The mayor has,
against-
the mayor has turned the gavel over to me, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask for, we have unfinished business. There would be number one, it would be the second reading of C 360-21, amendment to Chapter 51, Section 21-13, fence or wall and privacy screen regulations. Do I hear a motion?
Woods will make the motion to approve the second reading of C-360-21.
Do I have a second?
Fernandez will second.
Thank you. We have a motion, we have a second. Is there any discussion?
I think there's been a lot of discussion on this one.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
There being none, call for a roll call vote, please.
Locke,
Yes.
Lublin,
Yes.
Osnick,
Yes.
Woods.
Yes.
Ambrose,
Yes.
Fernandez.
Yes.
Ackley.
Yes,
Okay.
Thank you. The next on the agenda will be the council comments. We'll start out with Ms. Fernandez.
Well, I just want to commend the chair of the Parks and Recs Commission. Really appreciate all the work that you've done. That's Mr. Dennis O'Rourke. We've really accomplished a lot this year, along with Supervisor Dan, and got the parks up and running in a very good manner. Got a lot of storm damage taken down very quickly, and I just wanted to commend you too while you're sitting in the room. And I really want to make sure people understand we have a lot of things going. It's a very exciting time to be in Walled Lake. We have the ice fishing contest coming up. I loved going around the lake and watching the ice sailors fly across the lake and the ice skaters and the ice fishermen out there. So it's a great time to be in Walled Lake, and just want to get everybody out there enjoying it with us.
Thank you. Councilperson Locke.
I have nothing tonight, thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Ambrose.
I guess I'd like to start off and say thank you to the city manager, city attorney, the mayor, and the rest of the council for everything you have been doing, along with everybody else, city clerk, assistant, chief, police, and fire. You all do an amazing job in this city. It looks beautiful. Every day I love just driving through the city and just seeing the work we do, you guys do, everybody, to make this a home, a community. So that's really all I have. Keep doing the great work that you guys are, and thank you.
Councilman Lublin.
Just want to say that I continue to be proud of our entire staff, all of our departments, the way they work together. And I look forward to the projects that are slated to go in 2022. I just am very proud of our city and our staff and our board. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilman Rhodes.
Just wanted to say Happy New Year to everybody. Hope your 2022 is good and starting off healthy. Reflecting on 2021, we knew at the beginning of the year that we had a big workload ahead, right? We get to sit up here and make approvals or approve the direction that the city's going, but the real work belongs in the boards and the commissions, and then also especially the city staff. So last year, you throw in 3 more gigantic storms, throw in some more COVID activity, and all that hard work was still completed. So it's a testament to the people that we have working with us and working for us. I can't say thank you enough, and I will continue to say thank you every chance I get. But I appreciate the work that everybody does. As other council members have said, everything is moving in the right direction. I'm happy to be here.
Mayor Ackley. Mayor Ackley, do you have any comments?
Yes. I do have, can everyone hear me okay?
Indeed.
It seems like the minute I talk, it cuts it out. I don't know what's going on here. Can you hear me now?
Absolutely.
Yes.
I totally lost connection.
I think you're back right now, Mayor.
Yeah, we can hear you. We can see you.
Okay. Okay. Let's go ahead with my nomination for Dennis O'Rourke to the Lake Board before you lose me again.
Yes, why don't we do that? Chair would recommend, would entertain a motion.
Woods will make that motion.
Fernandez will second.
Do we have any discussion? Do we have any discussion on a motion? If not, then we'll have a roll call vote, please.
Lublin?
Yes.
Osnick?
Yes.
Woods?
Yes.
Ambrose?
Yes.
Fernandez?
Yes.
Locke?
Yes.
Ackley?
Yes.
You're going to vote
I
no
guess the
against
rest
you
of
too?
The nomination.
Thank you very much. That looks like it pretty much takes care of everything that we have.
Wait 1 second, John, excuse me. Looking back at the list of items, we did not discuss the strategic budget planning. That was on the agenda. Were we going to approve some dates?
I think the city manager addressed that earlier when he said that due to COVID, those dates are adjustable.
The dates are...
So we're not really actually cast in stone on those dates. We have time to make an adjustment if necessary.
Okay. Very good.
Thank you. Does the mayor have any other report? Then in that
Are you
case,
able to hear me? I guess is my first question before I... I have our new deputy chief and our new superintendent. And I apologize for any connection problems that I have tonight, but I don't know if it's the weather or what it is, but I apologize and please accept my apologies. I will continue to work on it and hope I can improve it. But Happy New Year to everyone, and I welcome our new council member, Mr. Ambrose. I'm sure he's going to do a fantastic job, as I said when I made my nomination. So that's all I have for this evening.
thank you, Madam Mayor. With that, I will call for an adjournment.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Second?
Second.
We are adjourned.
Good night, everyone.
Thank you.